There are so many projects happening here in the garage, and today we're going to be doing the RX7. We're going to be pre-prepping it so that Rolly Boy and Rolly Man can help me with the engine swap. That's right, the 4-rotor 26B engine is finally going in. It's been sitting here for a few weeks already. I just haven't had the time. I do have a lot of parts for this car. The HGT 6-speed sequential gearbox is going in also. We have a radium fuel hanger. I have a support brace for the rear differential also. The transmissions on these things are actually very, very lousy. That's why we have to change them. The car has been whining ever since I got that, so that is the weak point for the FD-RX7. But I can't wait to hear this motor scream. Thank you so much to Mad Mike. It's because of drifting in Thailand where I was a judge. Thank you to Goodyear that brought me in. David also recommended me to be a judge in the drifting. And then basically I met Mad Mike and Tony and his team back then. And ever since we've been friends, I was able to force him to sell me his 26B straight out of his own FD, believe it or not. So it's in the crate. We're gonna unbox that soon. But first, we're gonna prep the car so that Norman can get to work. I also want to give a shout out to Toshi from RWB for hooking me up with this Feed GT3 kit. We are lacking the front diffuser and the side plates along with the signal lights, which he has been working on for me. I'm running ESR wheels. These are actually square at the moment, but I will have new barrels for the rear so that we can get rid of the rear spacer. I want to give a huge shout out to Second Skin for doing this amazing khaki green wrap. And then obviously Kyle also for doing the fitment air suspension system. We have the Bride Low Max seats along with the endo tank. This is the 13B. This has been modded already. This has a single turbo instead of the sequential turbo system. I'm going to be removing all this. Even the plumbing has to go, the front mount intercooler has to go, and then we're basically going to shoehorn the 26B, which is probably going to end up until here, but we're going to be able to move the radiator forward also because the intercooler is going to be gone. When the car was rained on severely, the headlights started flopping by itself, so definitely have to review that. We do have to fix this gas cap later on and put a stopper inside so the cap stops going in. You know what, let's do some B-roll before we tear this car apart. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the engine from New Zealand. Today we have backup. This is Ray from my old shop, son of Rolly, and Rolly's over there. They're going to be helping me take apart the motor, gearbox, differential, and basically swapping it out with all the parts that you see on the ground. This is the radium fuel system. We have a rear support brace, but I shouldn't have gotten that because we now have this rear support brace from HGT along with a differential brace. This is the intake for the 4-rotor, some massive equal length long tube headers and along with the collector, rear sump guard, and then the whole wiring harness. I can see already we're going to have issues with the steering rack lines because the engine now protrudes still about over here. May nakita ka ng 4-rotor before?
Oo nga eh.
Dalawang 13B.
Nagsama.
Custom crank. Rev still 10,000.
Grabe no?
Parang F1 na luma. Ayan, listahan ng missing items na.
Bolts.
Kulang pa rin tayo ng bolts.
Ano naman, nag-list ako ng cover na parang may scale.
Just removing this 13B motor is becoming harder than expected. All the lines are holding the engine back, but this is going to come out soon already. Raleigh is now working on the surge tank. This is a drop-in radium surge tank. It goes straight into the current fuel tank. This is a 2-rotor because you have the cylinders here, and then the other one is a 4-rotor. It's basically two 13Bs that have been mated with a custom crank. Let's check it out. They've already mocked it up. So this is the 4-rotor from Mad Mike. As you can see, Mad Mike signed it along with a little dedication. So we need to make a front brace here. We need a water pump to circulate through here. So electric water pump mounted going through the radiator here, and then air conditioner. So we're going to move everything down. I'm going to rip out all the wiring and consider doing a PDM system. Can't wait to see the ITBs. These are going to stick out of the hood, and there's no choice but to cut the hood. Now, I don't know if these sway bars are still gonna be able to be used, because seems like that's gonna go straight through and hit. So we're gonna remove this also. I've been busy kiteboarding and they've been busy putting back the motor along with the gearbox down there. We're also ripping out the wiring already because that's gotta go. It's like they ripped out all the brake lines. Raleigh is installing the radium. The whole rear subframe came off also, so we can add the power brace. Pang-klase yung engine. Tinest-fit mo na rin yung headers.
Headers, oo. Tapos yung control transmission support, kinakabit nila.
Front brace, yes, and then radiator support. Ended up explaining everything here. Have our diagram, or at least guideline, canvas system. Basically, we're gonna wire in the engine control systems from Mad Mike's car. This is going to be a Haltech Elite along with a IQ dashboard. FD RX7 got the PDM system. The Haltech system is also installed already. We're not final yet with the wiring, but most of the sockets are laying around. We basically laid out the engine harness also for the 4-rotor, and we have the basic body wiring already on. The taillights are actually all plugged in already. The Haltech ECU system is sitting over there. We're not going to finalize anything just yet because the mechanical team needs to come back so that they can fix the motor mounts. Pretty busy week. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'll see you guys again in the next video.